The sun rose over New York City like any other morning. People hurried through the bustling streets, cars honked, and the city buzzed with life. Captain Elena Ramirez walked briskly toward her office in the United Nations Defense Headquarters. As a decorated military strategist, she was known for her quick thinking and unconventional tactics. Her uniform was always neat, and her eyes held the determination of someone ready to face any challenge. Inside the headquarters, Dr. Liam Chen, a brilliant sinologist, was already at work. His office was filled with books and strange devices he had built to study alien life forms. Liam had spent years researching the possibility of extraterrestrial intelligence, but he never imagined he would be on the front lines of an actual invasion. Maya Patel, a resourceful engineer, was in her workshop nearby. She was known for her ability to fix and create almost anything. Maya's hands moved swiftly as she adjusted the settings on a new piece of defensive equipment. Her inventions had saved lives many times, and today she felt a mix of excitement and worry about what was to come. Sergeant Alex Hawk Hawkins, a fearless combat leader, was preparing his team in the armory. Hawk was respected for his bravery and skill in battle. His nickname, Hawk, came from his sharp instincts and ability to stay calm under pressure. Today, his team was ready for anything, but nothing could have prepared them for what was about to happen. Without warning, the sky darkened as colossal alien warships appeared in Earth's orbit. The ships were unlike anything anyone had ever seen, gigantic, with sleek, metallic surfaces and lights flashing in strange patterns. Panic spread quickly as the warships unleashed devastating energy weapons. Buildings crumbled, and fires broke out across major cities like Tokyo, London, and Sydney. The world was thrown into chaos in an instant. Elena watched the news on her computer screen, her heart racing. This is it, she thought. The invasion has begun. She quickly gathered her team, Liam, Maya, and Hawk, and they headed to the Emergency Operations Center. The room was filled with military leaders and scientists, all trying to make sense of the sudden attack. "We need to coordinate a response," Elena said firmly. "Our conventional military forces are struggling against their technology. We must find a way to level the playing field." Liam stepped forward, his mind racing. "I've never seen anything like their ships. Their energy weapons are incredibly powerful. We need to understand their technology if we have any chance." Maya nodded. "I can start working on reverse engineering their devices. If we can figure out how they work, we might find a weakness." Hawk looked around, determination in his eyes. "And I'll lead the defense teams to protect the remaining cities and push back wherever we can. We can't let them take over without a fight." As the team began to plan, communication networks failed worldwide. Phones went dead, and internet services crashed. Governments struggled to communicate, and the lack of coordination made the situation worse. People were terrified, not knowing where to turn or how to survive the sudden onslaught. Elena knew that time was of the essence. "We need to stay calm and work together," she urged her team. "Humanity has faced challenges before, and we can overcome this too. Let's focus on what we can control and make our move." The first day of the invasion ended with Earth in turmoil. Major cities lay in ruins, and millions of lives were lost. But amidst the destruction, a spark of hope remained. Captain Elena Ramirez and her team were ready to lead the fight, using their unique skills to defend humanity against the unknown alien threat. As night fell, the sky was lit with the eerie glow of alien ships patrolling above. The world held its breath, waiting to see if humanity could rise to the challenge. The day the sky burned was just the beginning, and the fate of Earth now rested in the hands of a few brave individuals willing to fight for their planet. The morning after the invasion dawned grimly. Smoke rose from the ruins of major cities, and the air was thick with the smell of burning buildings and debris. Despite the devastation, hope began to stir among the survivors. Captain Elena Ramirez knew that the first step was to organize the chaos into a fighting force. Elena gathered her team in the Emergency Operations Center, now a makeshift headquarters filled with maps, communication devices, and hastily constructed barricades. Dr. Liam Chen, Maya Patel, and Sergeant Alex Hawk Hawkins stood ready, their faces set with determination. "We need to form resistance cells across the globe," Alina said firmly. "People are scattered, but we can bring them together." Liam nodded. "I'll start by analyzing the alien technology we've captured. There might be something we can use against them." Maya stepped forward, her eyes shining with resolve. "I can begin working on makeshift weapons and defenses. We need to equip our teams with anything we can get." Hawk added, "And I'll organize the defense teams to protect the remaining cities and push back the alien forces wherever we can." As they worked, word spread quickly. Survivors from different countries and backgrounds began to unite, forming small groups dedicated to fighting back. The sense of global unity was stronger than ever before. People realized that their only chance was to work together. In a small underground bunker in London, Alina met with leaders from various nations. There was General Thompson from the United States, Commander Lai from China, and Captain Silva from Brazil. Each brought unique skills and knowledge, but all shared the same determination to save Earth. "We must share our resources and information," Alina urged. "No country can do this alone." The leaders agreed, and soon, the resistance began to coordinate their efforts. Communication lines were restored using makeshift technology, allowing teams to share updates and strategies. Despite the language barriers, the common goal of survival united everyone. Meanwhile, Dr. Liam Chen worked tirelessly in his lab. He carefully examined the alien devices, noting their energy patterns and structural designs. After days of intense study, he made a breakthrough. "Alina, I think I've found a way to disrupt their energy weapons. If we can target their power sources, we might have a chance to weaken their forces." Alina's eyes lit up with hope. "That's incredible, Liam. Let's move forward with this plan. Maya, can you assist with modifying our equipment to incorporate his findings?" Maya smiled. "Absolutely. We'll need to work quickly, but I'm confident we can make it happen." As the team continued their work, Sergeant Hawk led several successful missions to reclaim territory from the aliens. His tactical expertise and bravery inspired the resistance fighters. Each victory, no matter how small, boosted morale and proved that humanity could stand against the invaders. In Tokyo, a group of engineers led by Maya began building makeshift barricades and defensive weapons. They used materials salvaged from the wreckage, demonstrating incredible ingenuity. Maya's leadership brought out the best in her team, turning despair into determination. Back at the headquarters, Alina addressed the growing crowd of resistance members. "We have faced unimaginable challenges, but we are not alone. Together, we can fight back and reclaim our planet. Every person here is vital to our success." The atmosphere was charged with a renewed sense of purpose. People from all walks of life, doctors, teachers, engineers, and soldiers, joined the fight, each contributing their unique skills. The resistance was no longer just a group of survivors. It was a united front determined to protect Earth. As the days turned into weeks, the resistance grew stronger. They established safe zones in the ruins of cities, where people could regroup and receive medical care. Training programs were set up to prepare new fighters, and communication networks became more robust, allowing for better coordination. Alina watched as humanity began to rise from the ashes of destruction. The initial panic had given way to strategic planning and collective action. Despite the overwhelming odds, the spirit of cooperation and resilience shone brightly. One evening, as the team reviewed their progress, Alina looked out the window at the darkened sky, now dotted with alien ships. "This is just the beginning," she said softly. "But I believe we can turn the tide. We have the strength, the intelligence, and the will to fight. Let's make sure that humanity survives and thrives." Her words resonated with everyone present. The resistance was no longer a desperate attempt to survive. It was a determined effort to reclaim their world. With each passing day, The hope of defeating the alien invaders grew stronger, fueled by the unwavering courage and unity of humanity. Weeks had passed since the alien invasion, and the resistance was slowly gaining ground. Captain Elena Ramirez watched as her team made progress each day, but she knew there was still much to learn about their formidable foes. Determined to uncover the aliens' weaknesses, Elena pushed her team to dig deeper. In the heart of the makeshift headquarters, Dr. Liam Chen worked tirelessly. His lab was cluttered with alien devices and scraps of technology the resistance had salvaged from battlefields. Liam was fascinated by the intricate designs and advanced materials of the alien technology. He believed that understanding these devices was key to defeating the invaders. One evening, as Liam examined a small energy module, he noticed a pattern in the alien symbols etched into its surface. "Elena," he called out, his voice filled with excitement. "I think I've found something." Elena hurried to his side. "What is it, Liam?" Liam pointed to the symbols. "These markings are a form of communication. I've been studying them for weeks, and I believe they outline a protocol, a final annihilation plan. It seems the aliens have a backup plan to completely eradicate humanity if their invasion fails." Elena felt a chill run down her spine. "Can we stop it?" Liam nodded. "Potentially. The protocol relies on a specific crystalline mineral found deep within Earth's crust. Their energy weapons and shields depend on it. If we can locate and disable their sources of this mineral, we might be able to weaken their technology significantly." Meanwhile, Maya Patel was hard at work in the engineering bay. Using the blueprints Liam had provided, she began reverse engineering a captured alien device. Her hands moved swiftly, making adjustments and testing components. Maya's ingenuity had already saved the resistance several times, and her latest project promised to be a game-changer. "Hawk," Maya called out to Sergeant Alex Hawkins, who was overseeing a group of fighters preparing for a mission. "I need you to lead a team to secure the nearest mining site. If we can control their mineral sources, it will give us a strategic advantage." Hawk nodded firmly. "Consider it done, Maya. We'll move out at dawn." As the days continued, the Resistance launched several missions to infiltrate alien bases and gather more intelligence. Each mission provided valuable insights into the aliens' operations and their reliance on the crystalline mineral. The team discovered that the aliens not only mined the mineral, but also used it to power their energy weapons and sustain their advanced technology. Back at headquarters, Elena convened a meeting with her key team members. "We need to prioritize these mining sites. Liam, how many locations have we identified so far?" Liam spread out a map of the affected regions. "There are 3 main sites. Each one is heavily guarded, but if we can disable their mining operations, it will disrupt their energy supply and weaken their defenses." Elena studied the map carefully. "We need to strike quickly and efficiently. Maya, ensure that our equipment is ready for these missions. Hawk, assemble your best team for the operations." As plans were made, the sense of urgency grew. The Resistance knew that time was running out. The aliens were relentless, and their final annihilation protocol was still a looming threat. Every successful mission brought them closer to understanding and countering the alien technology. One night, as Elena reviewed the latest intelligence reports, she felt a surge of hope. "We're making progress," she thought. "If we can continue this momentum, we might just have a chance to save humanity." The next morning, Hawk's team set out for the first mining site. Equipped with Maya's modified devices and armed with the knowledge Liam had uncovered, they approached the alien base with caution. The mission was dangerous, but the stakes were too high to hesitate. Inside the alien facility, Hawk and his team moved swiftly, disabling security systems and neutralizing patrols. They reached the central mining area and began planting explosives on the equipment that extracted the crystalline mineral. As they worked, the Resistance's coordinated strikes began to take effect, disrupting the aliens' operations across the globe. With each successful mission, the balance began to shift. The aliens, once seemingly invincible, were now vulnerable. The Resistance's efforts were paying off, and the hope of reclaiming Earth grew stronger. Alina watched the developments with a sense of pride and determination. "We're uncovering the enemy's secrets," she said to her team. "And with each discovery, we're one step closer to victory. Humanity has the strength and the will to fight back. Let's keep pushing forward." As weeks turned into months, the Resistance grew stronger and more organized. Captain Alina Ramirez watched with cautious optimism as their plans began to take shape. The team's efforts to disrupt the aliens' energy supply were yielding results, but the battle was far from over. One crisp morning, the Resistance prepared for their first major offensive. Alina stood before her team, her eyes reflecting determination. "Today, we take a stand," she announced. "Our goal is to cripple their mining operations and show them that we will not back down." Sergeant Alex Hawk Hawkins nodded, his face set with resolve. "Our team is ready. We've identified 3 key mining sites that supply their energy weapons. These targets are heavily guarded, but we've developed strategies to overcome their defenses." Dr. Liam Chen had been working around the clock to understand the alien technology. "We've found a pattern in their energy distribution," Liam explained. "If we can disrupt their power sources, their weapons will be less effective." Maya Patel had made significant progress on her latest invention. "I've developed portable EMP devices that can disable their technology temporarily," she said, holding up a sleek, compact device. "These will give us the advantage we need during the attacks." The Resistance launched coordinated guerrilla attacks on the alien mining sites. Using the EMP devices, they were able to disable the aliens' energy weapons long enough to plant explosives and sabotage the operations. The missions were risky, but the team's training and Maya's innovations paid off. Within days, 2 of the 3 key mining sites were destroyed, severely disrupting the aliens' ability to sustain their forces. News of these victories spread quickly, boosting morale among the Resistance fighters. People began to believe that humanity could indeed stand against the invaders. Alina felt a surge of hope. "These successes prove that we can fight back," she said to her team. "But we must stay vigilant. The aliens won't take these losses lightly." Sure enough, the aliens responded swiftly and harshly. Their ships loomed larger in the sky, and their attacks became more frequent and intense. Major cities under alien control saw increased bombardments, and human settlements were forced to relocate to safer areas. The Resistance faced new challenges as the aliens deployed more advanced units and heavier weaponry to crush the uprising. Amidst the chaos, Maya continued to innovate under pressure. "We need to stay ahead of their technology," she told Alina. "I've been working on improving the EMP devices to cover a larger area and last longer." Meanwhile, Hawk led daring missions to infiltrate alien facilities and retrieve captured technology. These missions were dangerous, but each successful retrieval provided the Resistance with valuable insights and new tools. On one such mission, Hawk's team managed to capture a prototype alien scanner. Back at headquarters, Liam analyzed the device, uncovering ways to enhance their communication systems. Alina called a meeting with her key team members. "Our enemy is adapting, but so are we," she said. "With the new technology we've acquired, we can better coordinate our efforts and protect our people." The Resistance began to implement these advancements, improving their defenses and launching more effective attacks. Safe zones were fortified with alien technology, making them harder to breach. Training programs were expanded, ensuring that new fighters were well prepared for the ongoing conflict. One evening, as the team gathered to review their progress, Alina looked around the room, seeing the determination in everyone's eyes. "We've come a long way," she said. "But the fight is not over. The aliens are powerful, but so are we. Our unity and ingenuity are our greatest strengths." Hawk smiled, placing a hand on Alina's shoulder. "We've turned the tide, Captain. Now it's time to push forward and reclaim our world." As night fell, The sky above was filled with the lights of alien ships engaged in fierce battles with the resistance fighters. The once overwhelming invaders now faced a formidable opponent in humanity. Each successful mission, each piece of retrieved technology, and each act of bravery brought them closer to victory. The turning tide had begun. Humanity was no longer just surviving. They were actively fighting back, proving that their spirit and determination could overcome even the most advanced alien threats. The resistance stood united, ready to take on whatever challenges lay ahead, driven by the unwavering belief that they could protect and reclaim their home. The resistance had come a long way since the invasion began. Captain Elena Ramirez stood on the rooftop of their main headquarters, overlooking the city that was now a symbol of humanity's fight back. The skyline was dotted with alien ships, but also with signs of human resilience, makeshift defenses, communication towers, and areas marked as safe zones. Inside the command center, Elena gathered her key team members. Dr. Liam Chen, Maya Patel, and Sergeant Alex Hawk Hawkins were all present, their faces showing a mix of determination and anticipation. "We've gathered all the intelligence we need," Elena began. "It's time to strike at the heart of the alien operations. Our goal is to disable their main energy nexus and disrupt their command structure." Liam stepped forward, holding a detailed map. "Based on our research, the energy nexus is located in the central alien base here." He pointed to a marked location on the map. "If we can take it out, their entire operation will be severely weakened." Maya nodded, her eyes focused. "I've upgraded our EMP devices to cover a larger area and last longer. This will give us the edge we need to penetrate their defenses." Hawk looked around the room, his team ready for action. "Our team is prepared. We'll move out at first light. Everyone knows their roles. Let's make this count." As dawn broke, Hawk and his team set out for the alien base. They moved swiftly and quietly through the streets, avoiding patrols and using the terrain to their advantage. The resistance had trained hard for this moment, and their preparation was evident in every step they took. Meanwhile, back at headquarters, Elena coordinated with other resistance cells around the world. Communications were clear, and every team knew their part in the larger plan. The air was thick with anticipation, but also with hope. Reaching the outskirts of the alien base, Hawk signaled his team to halt. "All right, everyone. This is it. Stay sharp and follow the plan." They approached the main entrance, where heavy doors guarded by alien technology stood. Maya's EMP devices were deployed, sending pulses that temporarily disabled the security systems. The doors opened silently, allowing Hawk and his team to slip inside. Inside, the base was a maze of corridors and chambers, all bustling with alien activity. Hawk led his team through the passages, avoiding detection as they made their way to the energy nexus. Along the way, they encountered minimal resistance, thanks to the EMP pulses that had disrupted the alien patrols. Reaching the energy nexus, Hawk and his team set up the explosives Maya had provided. "This is where it all ends," Hawk whispered, attaching the charges. "Stay behind me." As they prepared to detonate the explosives, alarms began to sound throughout the base. The aliens realized what was happening and started to mobilize their forces to stop the resistance. Hawk gave the signal, and the explosives went off, sending a shockwave through the base. The energy nexus was hit hard. Lights flickered, systems shut down, and the entire alien operation ground to a halt. Hawk and his team quickly retreated, navigating their way back through the now chaotic base. They emerged just as the alien ships began to lose power, their movements becoming sluggish and erratic. Back at headquarters, Elena watched the live feeds with growing excitement. "It's working," she announced. "The energy nexus is down. Their command structure is collapsing." As the resistance continued their efforts, the foundation for a turning tide was being laid. The battle was far from over, but the seeds of humanity's resilience and ingenuity were beginning to bear fruit. The fight to protect Earth was entering a new phase, one where knowledge and strategy would play a crucial role in the ultimate showdown against the alien invaders. Liam worked furiously to keep the communication lines open, ensuring that the Resistance could coordinate their next moves effectively. With the Nexus down, their defenses are weakening. We have a real chance to push them back. Maya smiled, relief evident on her face. This is the breakthrough we needed. Now we can focus on securing more territories and protecting our people. As the day progressed, the Resistance launched a series of coordinated attacks, taking advantage of the aliens' weakened state. Cities that had been under heavy bombardment were now being reclaimed, and safe zones were reinforced with the latest technology developed by Maya and Liam. Elena addressed the Resistance fighters over the communication network. Today marks a turning point in our fight. We've dealt a significant blow to the alien forces, but our work is not done. We must continue to stand strong and support each other as we reclaim our planet. The decisive battle had been won, but the journey was far from over. Humanity had shown incredible strength, unity, and ingenuity in the face of overwhelming odds. As night fell, the sky was still filled with alien ships, but their numbers were diminishing, and their attacks were becoming less frequent. Hawk returned to headquarters, greeted by cheers and applause from the Resistance members. "Great job, team," he said, a proud smile on his face. "We've taken a major step towards reclaiming our world." Elena looked around at her team, feeling a deep sense of pride and hope. "We've proven that we can fight back and protect our home. Let's keep this momentum going and ensure that humanity remains strong and united." The decisive battle had shifted the balance in humanity's favor. The Resistance was no longer just surviving. They were actively reclaiming their planet, proving that their spirit and determination could overcome even the most advanced alien threats. The future looked brighter, and the fight for Earth was entering a new and promising phase. The victory at the Energy Nexus was a turning point. Across the world, alien forces were weakened, their once mighty ships drifting aimlessly in the sky. For the first time since the invasion began, the Resistance saw a clear path to reclaiming their home. But Captain Elena Ramirez knew this was not the time to celebrate. The aliens still posed a threat, and humanity needed to remain vigilant. Elena stood in the command center, surrounded by her team. Dr. Liam Chen, Maya Patel, and Sergeant Alex Hawk Hawkins were exhausted but determined. They had come so far, and the end of the fight was finally in sight. "We've struck a major blow, but this isn't over," Elena began, her voice steady. "The aliens are retreating, but we need to push forward and ensure they can never regroup. This is our chance to take back Earth." Maya nodded, her hands resting on the table covered in blueprints and tactical plans. "I've been working on upgrades to our EMP devices. We can disable any remaining alien technology, ensuring they can't use it against us." Liam added, "I've also deciphered their communication network. Their fleet is scattered, and they're struggling to reorganize. If we act quickly, we can prevent them from launching a counterattack." Hawk leaned forward, his tone serious. "Then let's hit them where it hurts. We've got the momentum. It's time to finish this." The Resistance launched a coordinated global offensive. Teams from every continent worked together, targeting alien strongholds and reclaiming territories. In Africa, guerrilla fighters used Maya's EMP devices to neutralize alien drones. In Europe, Resistance engineers built advanced defenses using reverse-engineered alien technology. In Asia and the Americas, brave soldiers pushed back alien ground forces, liberating cities that had been under occupation for months. Elena led the Central Command, ensuring that every team was supported and every move was strategic. Her leadership inspired not just her team but millions of people worldwide. News of the Resistance's victory spread quickly, reigniting hope in the hearts of survivors. As the final battles raged, Hawk's team infiltrated the alien mothership. The mission was dangerous, but their objective was clear: to destroy the ship's command center and force the aliens into a full retreat. Hawk's team moved swiftly, navigating through corridors filled with alien technology. They encountered resistance but used their training and Maya's devices to overcome every obstacle. At the heart of the ship, they found the alien commander, a towering figure whose presence radiated authority. Hawk stepped forward, unshaken. "This ends now," he said, his voice firm. The team planted explosives around the command center, carefully timed to allow their escape. As they made their way out, the explosions rocked the ship. The mothership began to collapse, and the aliens fled Earth's orbit in disarray. Back on the ground, Alina watched as the alien ships disappeared from the sky. Cheers erupted across the command center, and for the first time in months, the world felt a sense of relief. The invasion was over. The resistance began the long process of rebuilding. Cities were cleared of debris, and survivors returned to their homes. Engineers like Maya worked tirelessly to repair infrastructure and create new technologies from the remnants of alien devices. Liam continued to study the captured technology, ensuring that humanity would be prepared for any future threats. Alina addressed the world in a broadcast that reached every corner of the planet. "We have faced the unimaginable and come out stronger. This victory belongs to every person who stood up and fought, who refused to give up hope. Together, we have reclaimed our home. Let this be a new dawn for humanity." The world united as never before. Nations that once stood divided now worked hand in hand to rebuild and ensure a better future. The scars of the invasion were deep, but the resilience of humanity was deeper. As the sun set on a recovering Earth, Alina stood with her team, looking out over the city they had fought so hard to protect. "We did it," she said softly. "Not just for us, but for the generations to come." Hawk smiled, his usual confidence softened by a rare moment of reflection. "They'll tell stories about this day, about how humanity didn't just survive, but thrived." Maya nodded. "And about how we stood together, no matter the odds." Liam added with a small grin, "Let's hope they remember the scientists and engineers too." Alina laughed, the sound filled with relief and pride. "They'll remember all of us. We fought not just with weapons, but with our minds and our hearts. This is our legacy." As the stars began to shine, the team knew that Earth's future was brighter than ever. Humanity had not only defended its home, but had proven that unity, courage, and ingenuity could overcome even the most advanced threats. This was their victory, a testament to the unbreakable spirit of the human race.